Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Brad. Good morning, Sheila. Good morning, Larry. Good morning, Marty. Matthew, good morning. Good morning, YouTube. Let's get it going. We got 2 minutes to the cash market open. We have an interesting market at this open where we have, a huge run up overnight into a reversal candle that took out some of these stops that we had up here in the 20,300, and you have stops ran up to 200. Let me see here. Yeah, we didn't get quite to the 300 in reverse, but the 250 and the 200. So they ran those stops and they're bringing it back right now. The next target is 134 and a half. And then when we come into the 100, they put on a captain setup, and this current candle is going to be the decider. If we end up breaking anything under 134 half, then that will lend itself to a break toward 150. And if this candle grows back up to 197, there'll be a captain setup switch trade long, and then the price is going to migrate to 234. So we're going to read between the lines at the open and see how well these levels are holding up and kind of go from there. I saw your message, Larry. Good job on your gold trade. That's a good way to start the morning. And the cash market just opened. So they put on a captain setup right here, and now they're trying to roll it over. I'm taking that trade out. It's just not moving. I had a good entry and it just pushed and it stabilized here. I think the market is going to tank, but it's just taking its right at the open. It's fluctuating, so we just flattened that trade. A potential switch trade and a push lower right here. If you look at the 70, yeah, here we go. So this has the potential of hitting target 3, which we just did, and then target the big target of 134. Look at him. Boom. They just were waiting on me to get out of the trade, right? Hey, I accept it. No problem. I'll get him in the next one. Market is in sync on the short side. We're breaking into the low target. Target is hit. Next target is 109 and a half. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis. Target 109. Sheila, how we doing today? ES, by the way, is doing similar behavior like NQ on the 50 and Tirinko and a reversal. We have support at 56.67 into the 56.58. So there's room for that market to kind of dip into that area. Target is about to be hit 109. Target is hit. Next target is 84. And we'll reevaluate that target if we start breaking anything above 150. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis. I mean, there's a little bit of buying interest on a higher low coming into this structure. We may end up pushing into the 40s and the 50s. So just watch out here. They have to clear the 30s right here. And once they do that, we'll see 45.50. There's a little bit of buying interest coming in as a counter trend. Here it comes. Just watch out. They could go all the way to up to like 146, 150. We'll see how well they handle that. Not yet, not yet. Okay, that's fine. Speed, range, and behavior. Speed is fast. Range is expanding on the short side. So they're taking out the stops. One more time. Let's see if they run it back up. So that 140 is the key. They rallied here a little bit. They tried to go through the zone. They couldn't. Yeah, the 115 that's a stop run. So you want that to hold. If we go up to 136, that'll be a captain setup long on the 70, and then you're gonna start moving up to the 160s, and then we'll see what happened after that. So they're moving along on that stop run. The swing trade target is 84 half. So 9 o'clock, top of the hour, we have President Trump speaks. So you know that's going to be a market mover. So just be conscious of that and kind of be aware that's going to be the market is going to be headline driven. So they tested the whole number 100 multiple times. Steven, good morning. How are you, buddy? Here it comes. A little bit of retest of harmony zone number one. I mean, the expectation here is to see a bit of a counter trend behavior, but ultimately the immediate trend that we have is this: the fact that we broke this captain setup, and now rallies are shortable, uh, unless you start breaking anything about 170, 180, and that changes. But right now, I mean, we could go to the 50s and get to testing the 60s and come back, and we need to watch this market. And top of the hour, we got news. I wouldn't add. Okay, so my personal preference on that one, Steven, adding volume. Um, the Renko bar is pretty much is filtering a lot of that. It's filtering time, and it's filtering volume, and it measures motion in the purest form. You will. I understand the volume better by how fast the candles are moving. So if the speed is fast versus speed is slow, that means the volume is coming in and is directional. If the speed is slow, you could have volume coming in or not, but it's not directional. And I feel that is more informative than putting a bunch of bars under your chart and then start to figure out a way to decipher what they mean. My personal choice, though. I mean, less is more in trading, and we have our hands full just trying to, read the market the way it is. So, less is more. Becca, good morning, Becca. How are you? So, how are you on today if the internet is not working? Did they get it fixed up? Oh, wow. Yeah, that's jacked up. How did you do this morning, though? All right, it's 8:46. The target is 84. Let them run it up a little bit here and see where they're going to go. 30 is a level that, I mean, 30 is a little bit too high actually, but we'll see if we will get close. They'll run the stops. There's a bunch of stops at 124 to the 30. Okay, I'm gonna take on a little bit of risk here and see if I can break the 105. And I'm gonna cover right there. So that was a railroad short into a whole number and a target number 2, and we picked up a little bit of money, 370 on one contract. I'll take it. How? Yeah, I mean, how reliable are they? I mean, I know they're reliable and everywhere, but you don't see any disconnects or interruptions or anything like that. Maybe have both and have a redundancy. Man, look at that. Boom. Thank you. So we covered at a whole number, market bounced back just slightly, then continued. Our target is 59 half. Uh, Matt, we're just early. I mean, the 115 is a good spot for a bounce, but the market just continued to not show strength in that area. So I had to kind of take the short side of things. All All right, so our target is 59.5. And we are going fast and furious toward that target. Question I would have for myself is what would have kept me in the trade? Multiple contracts would have kept me in the trade, because that would have meant I taken the whole number, and typically they'll bounce off a whole number, and then I'll keep that one with a break even and see if I can get target number 3, and I get it, and I have to survive this bounce into Harmony wave, and then look for a bigger target and just continue to trail till I'm done. So that's how that would look like. We're hitting the 60s, so we hit the 90s, paused. What is that? Yeah, the 130s. Yeah, we got to the 60s. So we're gonna bounce back a little bit off of this. Let's see how well though. I'm looking for rallies as a shorting opportunity. So we're gonna bounce here a little bit. Good morning, Safe. Good morning. I mean, we get to 90. 93. Okay, so 9 is a bit too much actually, but we'll see. We'll see how they handle this. Eastern Becca. I mean, it's Trump is speaking. That's what I've. So here comes that bounce into the 90. And we'll see what they want to do. We have 9 minutes to the top of the hour, and we have President speaks at the top of the hour. A little bit of selling off a captain setup. Okay. I get it. I get it. That was interesting. Shorts came and pushed. Oh, you got that captain? Yeah, that was a good one, man. That was a good one. Not really. I mean, the stop of them are just literally one tick above 94.75. Like 95 would have been an out from 87. And boom, you're taking that push. I mean, now they're gonna probably try to squeeze it and run above it into the 110, 115. Because you got news coming up, and they're probably gonna short cover ahead of it. Because they sold the market into potential news, the odds are they'll try to cover back up just in case he says, the president says something positive. I mean, you never know. Do you want to be short when that happens? No, so they'll cover ahead of it. We'll see. I mean, that's an idea. Right now, the market is in sync on the short side, and we are coming into the middle of the range on the 200. So we talked about that before. The middle of the range is an area of support on a first touch basis as the market gets to the middle of the range, and this is the middle of the range right here. You typically get this kind of reaction. See that? See how they touch it? Boom. They come here. Boom. They come play around that level, come back and fluctuate back up, but they came in and sold off. Even here, when they came in, they wicked multiple times. Same thing right here. Same thing right here. So you see a reaction that you see off of this price action. So that's what you're going to be watching for, a rally and a short covering rally. And we should see bits and pieces of it coming through now. I mean, they're building a captain setup against this captain setup, and there's a bunch of stops sitting above 95. Speed, range, and behavior. Speed is moderate to fast. Range is contracting here, and behavior is a counter trend behavior against the short. Market is out of sync here. 3 minutes to the top of the hour. I mean, that was a little bit predictable, right? I mean, we saw the middle of the range on the 200. We saw the low and the higher low with the captain setup and the stops above 95. And then we have news coming up at the top of the hour, and most people were, or there's a lot of shorts in it. So those shorts are looking for a bit of covering, so they pocket their profits. Now you're getting a short squeeze. I mean, we could see 130, 140 out of this squeeze right here. Top of the hour coming up. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. How's everybody doing so far? Yeah, they're people are putting their bets on. It's Man, I tell you, the last administration of Trump, things were lively for 4 years, and it was good. You just gotta have to get used to the craziness, you know. Unpredictable price action makes you a better trader when you have that element in.
This is a reminder.
5 minute
Set my
break.
trading
All right. So 9:06, and are they speaking yet? Let's see. So we got a push back up at 9 o'clock. Oh wow, captain setup and boom, captain setup long failed into a push lower. So the market is still showing resistance at harmony zone number one. Multiple attempts at that level is leading to a push. We'll see if we can get another push higher and then a short. Two switch trades right here could lead to, yeah, look at that. Switch trade right there. Two switch trades in a row. And that's a good thing to see. Let's see if we can get another rally back up, and we're trading at that 90, 100. The market's going to be very headline specific, so 98. No, and no fill on that one, so I'm canceling my order. Man, that would have been good right here. That would have been real good. Ooh, baby. That was a railroad short. And target is hit. Next target is 34.5. Let's find our trade. They took out the stops right under that 62, so 60s are bouncing. Yeah, we're still smack right into the middle of the range right here. Okay, so that area from now 51 to 36, the longs need to kind of defend it, and if they still showing weakness, I'm gonna have to get short again. I tried to get short right up here at that 90s to the 60s, but no, it didn't get filled on that one. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so that's the selling pressure going on here. I mean, that's just the bottom line. Market is still pushing into a target, and the target is 34 and a quarter. So they're bleeding this market and into the next target, almost getting filled here. Here we go. That target got filled. Next target is 9 and 9.5. Market is still in harmony on the short side, and the next target is 9, 9.5. 30 is good. 30 you should get to 60, or they're gonna try to attempt to get to 60, but on a bounce. So here comes 30 to 60 coming up. All right, so what we're seeing here is a potential reversal to the 72. When we get to the 72, the market is going to be out of sync, and then it's a two-sided market where the longs can make an attempt at the 100. So whatever the news is or the conversation is, doesn't seem to have that major of an impact on the market. So it sold off a little bit. Now the market is coming back in, trying to rebalance. You know, here it's fairly slow. Speed, range, and behavior. Speed is slow, range is contracting, and the behavior is a counter trend. And here it comes. Yeah, so 72 into the hundreds. That's kind of what they're trying to do right now. But this is the neutral zone. So testing harmony zone number 1. If it gets to this level and makes a high and a lower high, especially around that 90, then that will set the stage for, look at that. Look at that push. Okay, so let's look for wow. Something's going on here. Market is out of sync. Oh, yeah, they didn't give you a lower high. They just took it all the way out, came back all the way back in. And that's just a stop run if I ever seen it. Yeah, they're not messing around today. God dang it. That's a good one right there. That's a railroad. That's a railroad short. Let's see if we can get back in. 50 to the 60. No entry. All right, let's try it again. Okay, they're gonna try to run it up a little bit. What is that, 60s? Let's see if we can get involved on a one candle reversal here. Huh. I'm gonna get out of this trade. It's not moving. It should be flushing here, and it's just sitting there. So that means it's gonna rally back up. We'll give it another shot here in a second. Okay, that's a good out actually. I mean, that's a spot where the continuation needs to happen, and if it does not happen, then no sense in trying to stick around in that trade. All right, so they're testing Harmony zone number 2. Market is out of sync right now. We're getting a little bit of a two-sided market. There's a bunch of stops sitting above 103. It's a middle of the range. So it's a middle of the range action. So you're going to get, you know, rundowns and then reversals, and then you're going to get congested price action in the neutral zone. You're going to get stop runs along the way. There's a lot of things going on here, and this is a balancing area. So the market is going to spend some time trying to figure out what to do next and build up enough stops. So if the stops are building up short with stops above 122, then they're going to come in and pick them off and run up the market to 151, 75, 80. Okay, so that's, and that would be from a bigger perspective, a railroad long on the 200 NT Rinko. So for example, this one right here, you see that that's a railroad short, and the market makes a big move. They do it on the long side as well. I mean, show you like right here. Look at that, boom, and market makes a massive move right here to a lower extent. So we'll see what kind of market. We'll see what this market wants to do. Like right here, there's resistance here. I get it. So they need to kind of close 110. I mean, they make a lower high. I mean, that could be an issue for the longs because that means that the market most likely is going to come back to the 60s if they reverse right here.
This is a reminder. I accept my trading outcome.
5 minutes. I gotta get out of here. Five for 5 minutes. All right, so let's see what's going on here. So they ran it up. That's interesting. Wow. They put on a captain set of switch trade, then ran it up. That's a little bit sneaky. And now they're pulling it back in. Testing harmony zone number 1. Let's see how they handle zone number 2. It's a tricky day, man. It's a tricky day. Market's out of sync again. I mean, support's around 60. If they go back down there on the first touch basis. Yeah, let them do that. I'm taking it right here at that 40, 45. Let's see if I can get a bounce back up to, thank you. That was a no. I don't think I took a lick of heat on that one. Because that's just the first touch into harmony zone number 1. I mean, okay, take more than one contract and try to go for a bigger target. I get it. But an in at 54 over a 10-point target, in and out. So we're up to 500 right now, and let's keep going for the next trade. And market is out of sync, and they're coming in, selling between harmony zone number 1 and 2 in the neutral zone. ES, let's see how ES is behaving. It's bounced back off the middle of the range, so it's performing well. From the trend following perspective, this is what the market needs to be doing, and then a break above 94 into the 700 is what the market should be doing. If you start breaking 68, then challenge the 59, then you're gonna get another leg that could take you to glowbacks, and that would be a bit tough on the longs if they start doing that. So here you go again, another push back higher. Okay, that's the third. That's a low, a higher low, the second higher low. So we're gonna look at a pullback and look for an entry. So if they make another pullback here and then hold on to it, I mean, I got in perfectly at that 54. Let's see if we can get another. Okay, so I'm gonna try it. Here it comes. I mean, I need an 83. If they give me 83, that would be so nice. I gotta go break even, man. This is it's vulnerable here. Yeah, it's vulnerable, vulnerable. I mean, I like it, but that means I have to stick around for a little bit longer and experience maybe a drawdown that could take me to the 60s again. Yeah, see that? Yeah. I flatted that trade. Actually made a little bit. Let me see. Almost 3/4 of a point. At 60, man. 60 is the key. They gotta hold on to the 60. Then they push into the 90, and then 117, and off you go to 150. So, but the 160's gotta hold. So there's a high degree of noise in this area, right? High degree of noise. So 60. How many times did we hit 60? I mean, we had it 1, 2, 3, and this is the fourth time. So 4 times we hit the 60s. And the 60s are vulnerable right now. So that's why I'm just going to hold off and wait to see what they want to do with it. I mean, yeah, start breaking that 60. Then you got the 50s and the 45s to try to protect it. But if you give that up, then you're getting a complete reversal on the 200 and prices will start drifting lower. They don't, no, they're not. That's why, I mean, right here, it needed to kind of go to the 80s. And if it's just pausing up, that means the market structure is vulnerable. And that's not what I want to. I mean, like, they're going to stop you and run up. I mean, that's just kind of. Because where are the stops? The stops under 44. So let's keep working, man. Let's keep working. Yeah, we have to read between the tea leaves on this one because they're not making it easy in the middle of the range, and they never make it easy on the like you almost have to buy or sell into the stop runs versus trying to go in the middle of the range looking for a continuation trade, because in the middle of the range, like right here, that is an area of chop, drop, stop runs. It's just because the market is in balance and they're trying to figure out what to do next. They need to build stops. So that means they have to trap the maximum number of traders. So you almost have to look for where are the stop runs, where are most people gonna get stopped at, and place your orders there. And that's why you're experiencing that, Adam. So where's the stops? The stops are under 40. So you almost have to wait for them to break the 40, which really at that point you don't necessarily want to go long, because that means that 200 and the 100 are in sync on the short side, and then you got a target of 20,000. So we'll see. I mean, let them hold on the 50s and okay, here you go. Like I'm looking for a short here, just due to the way the market is moving, unless we start breaking 75. I mean, this is a chop zone, so good luck. I'm rooting for you, Matt. I'm rooting for you. Yeah, I mean, right here, that's a railroad short, and let's see how well they hold on to the 45s. If they make a higher low, then you got a chance at running up to 80. Because you got to get 75 first. Here we go. Nope. That's a switch trade short. So they're going to run the stops under 45 and potentially run it down 37. That's the next stop. Run 37. That's one stop run they're buying. Could not get to that 37. You know, we got to understand what they're doing with the stops here. So, I mean, you got the stops under 40, they picked them off, ran it up. Came out to the 48s, picked them off and ran up. Came out to the 54, ran up slightly, then came into the 37, ran it up. So they're accumulating in the lower ranges and selling in the mid range of price action here. But that's still not as robust of buying interest as it should be if the market is continuing. And now you're getting a situation where we're selling off into the target, the short target, which is 34 half. You know, a robust long market does not do that here. So hey, liquidity, Raymond, how are you guys? Yeah, it's the market is going to be news driven. Thank you, Becca. Trump is online talking, so expect wild price action. Hold on. It may get wild. Man, I mean, are they going to do that to people? Come in just a tick, one tick from target and reverse the whole thing all the way back up? I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen. It's not, they could do that. Rare do they do that, but When it happens, it is a massive reversal. It is a massive reversal. So 66 and a quarter is a big deal because that locks in the 70 NT Rinko to the upside. And then the pullbacks have one, two, three, four double bottoms to protect it. So just watch out for that 66 and a quarter. Okay, so we got there. Now the pullbacks to buy them have a stop under 34, and we may get a big push up. You have stop runs above 78, stop runs above 85, then the big one above 20. Look at these bastards. Ooh, baby. We'll get back in sync. And the thing about it is there's a big wick on the 70 NT Rinko and a big wick on that 100 NT Rinko. So now look at that. Okay. So now pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis with a target. And that target is 134.5. Let's find an entry. That is amazing that they did that to people right there. '60s, if we get '60s, well, I mean, '60s is a little bit rough, but maybe 69 to 66. Target is target number 2, which is 100. Okay, they're running the stops under that 75s. Let's see how far they want to go with it. Here comes the 66s. Here comes the 60s. Wow. I don't want to see 56. 56 is a problem. Oh, they got there. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That is nasty. That's just nasty. That's news driven right there. That just somebody said something. Typically something stupid. Okay, here you go. Oh 09, boom. Next target is 84. I mean, that's a whole number, 20,000. That's a big, big support. But, you know, whatever. I'm not going to get ahead of this junk. Let them simmer down a little bit. We have the top end of the Globex band. That's the support. And I'm looking for rallies as a shorting opportunity on a swing trade basis. We are hitting that area, and let's see how far they want to go. On a first touch basis, I mean, if you're brave enough, you could play that game, but there is a lot. And look at that. They're putting a captain setup. I'm holding off a little bit. All right, I took that trade, and trust me, I felt nervous about it, but I made money. I mean, that just literally standard Glowback's first touch. I mean, good lord, look at that. Give me my shit back. I felt nervous about that one, man. But because they could just say something and I'd flash sell into stops, and I'm sitting there, taking a big, 20-point stop. But still a good trade, and not only that, but they put on a captain setup. I was like, here it comes. It's a profit though. I'll take it. Market is out of sync here, and now this is a pivot point. We had an earlier pivot point that they smoked it, but now this is another pivot point. Look at that bad boy. Ooh, baby. That's your entry, Matt. About 18? What 18? Oh, you bought the 90s. Oh, good for you. Yeah, that was, I mean, yeah, I got in at 89.50. Took, I don't know, like maybe close to 6, 7 points. And I was like, yeah, baby, I made money. Man, I think you'll do very good with this trade. I think you'll get to 60s. They'll pause it and bring it back in a little bit. And then you got another shot at going to the 86s. You have to protect the 20,000. I mean, that is the key. I mean, there's a chance that they can come back and retest one more time, but as long as you're comfortable holding on to it and you piece out some to help out with the trade, you should be able to hold on and handle a pullback to the 20,000. Yeah, see that junk? It's just news driven, man. It's damn, like anything they say, this market flash sells. Yeah, the sells are too quick. Take forever and a day to get a market to go higher and then flash sell the whole damn thing in seconds. 93.
This is a
All right, guys, I gotta take my 5 minute break. I'll be back. All right. Back in the game. Back in the game. Let's see what kind of shenanigans they're running right now. Oh, it's a big shenanigans. Captain set up short on the 100 NT Rinko, and what do? They flip it. Flip it higher. That's a big pivot point. When was the last time we saw this one like that? Nah. I don't think I've seen a setup like that in a long, I mean, many years. So that's a whole lot of choppiness in that range. And now they're taking out the stops right above that 40. We'll see what they want to do here, but the market is out of sync, and you start breaking anything above the 50, then you're trapping everybody in this rotation against that Globex band. Here comes that 50. I want to do that. Comes at 50. Yeah, that's something. Okay, so now what does that mean? Pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis. From a bigger perspective, the market flushed everybody on the middle of the range, came into the bottom end of the Globex, two places actually. The cloud, that's the bottom end of the cloud, and the top end of the Globex band. So this is support for the remainder of the day. And we have a target of 84.5, then a target of 112. Then we're looking at 150, and then we could come back up to 219. So that's the trajectory, and the stops to that ID are 22s. You have one more buying opportunity around the 10, and then if that doesn't hold, then the 82, and you'll do the same exact thing that you did here, and then the market can flush back to Globex. So the potential versus the risk, and we just need to figure out a way to enter that and manage the risk in a way that makes sense. I mean, so far we're up 686 on this account, and Ray, hey Ray, how are you? I mean, just a name by itself, I may not, but just give me context, and I know I remember everybody. But good to see you either way, man. Ray 007, huh? I like it. So pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis with the idea that we just mentioned. And let's go. Really, not that much. And now they don't want to give you a pullback, right? You trade crypto? That's cool. Which instrument? You don't need no discipline. That's funny. I think everything needs discipline. Be honest with you. Yeah, Nasdaq is a beast, man. Nasdaq is a beast. But which crypto do you trade? Pullbacks are buyable. 44s to the 30s are really good if we get there. Today's tricky, man. Adam, today's tricky. I mean, like literally, you have to scalp, 5-10 points, 5-10 points. Get in on the right side, 5-10 points. Don't overstay your welcome, because the market is constantly doing, middle of the range, reverse, boom. Then now you got to the bottom end of the range and reverse. I wouldn't be surprised if they pull it back, like right here. One candle like this is something that they can go to 46 off of. So it's not a... Solana, yeah. I mean, I have a lot of people that are into Solana, big time. I bought. I mean, I'm trading it. I'm not buying to hold it, but I bought Nvidia on that big drop, and I made a nice chunk of change on that one. From the 94s, to the 114. Okay, so let's see here. What do we need to do to make more money today? Here you go. I mean, that's the target. Boom. They got there. So that pullback, you typically will get a pullback that's to the 50 off that type of structure. And they gave it like one candle, reversed it and ran up. So that is telling me the market is strong. They're putting a captain setup short right here. And I don't know if I trust it, to be honest with you. Yeah, I know. But that was that trade on Nvidia was a little bit of a gimme, to be honest with you. Whenever the market becomes very emotional, that's the time to really kind of get in there and start buying on flash sells like that. Yeah, look at that junk. That's a lot of junk right here. I mean, close this one. I may... Okay, let's see if I can get in something going here. I need a sell. That's not what I want to see. Come on, baby. I'm going to get smoked on that trade. I flatted on that one. Made a little bit of money actually, but I just didn't like it. Captain setup, another captain setup. My entry here at 82 needs to be filling at 68 and better. and then they rotate it one more time. I mean, I have my stop above a whole number, and it's just it got back into that order, and I was like, okay, I'm out of here. It should have behaved differently, and home office setup. What do you mean home office setup? Still got it. That's where I'm working from. Your setup, my setup, looks better. We're always improving, my friend. All right. Long 28. Okay, 20, 20. Oh, 28? What do you mean 28? Right, from down here? Okay. You got to say it when you do it, Larry. Can't tell me after it ran 100 points. That's not the way it works here. Yeah, I know. Office dad room. No, I improved it. I got a bunch of junk in the back now. Oh, you've been around for a while, Ray. You've been around for a while. We have improved since then. All right, so I mean, Matt, here you go. I mean, here you go. That's the trade you're looking for. The issue that I have is where do you go long? Because I mean, now they're just gonna jam it to all the shorts, and they got the 110 stop run into the 140s and the 140s to the 180s. I mean, you really need a pullback, and when the pullback happens, it's going to be one of those things where they flush it like 50 points in seconds. Hey, stop by more often, Ray, man. Good talking to you again. I can do two things at the same time. I can talk to you and trade. It's no big deal. I know what I'm looking at here. Market is going higher, and I can't get in. Speed, range, and behavior. Speed, and now they're inching it higher, and it's a slower speed of a grind. And that kind of speed is designed to frustrate the living hell out of the shorts. So they got the shorts all, look at this junk. Boom. It's a good idea. I'm going to Twitch, not Kick. I'll look into Kick. Start clipping is the way to go too. Be honest with you, I gotta get moving on stuff like that. Good advice. Captain setup switch trade on the 50 NT Rinko. Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Okay, I am short right here, and I'm gonna look for a push toward that 100. And they are gonna smoke me. Is that what it is? Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. That is what it is. Good for them. Good for them. Coming hot and heavy here. Okay. Thank you. Gotta take my stop, move on. I mean, I had a captain setup switch trade on the 50 NT Renko, and the stop was at that 37. I had to kind of take that one whenever you see that type of setup, and that one stopped me. All right, guys. So now we're going to that 180. Here comes that 180 you're looking for, Matt. Yeah, Matt is pissed and left. Okay. Here comes the 180. Oh, yeah, they're giving it to people. And now it's parabolic action. 190. And the 200. Now it's just stuff. Like now it's getting ridiculous, right? Look at that 200. uh, it's a whole number, 200. Let's see if they hold on to it to that level. And we're looking for pullbacks to buy into it. I mean, the market is in sync on the long side. You have a retest at 160 if they get down there, and here comes a little bit of selling pressure, but not much. I mean, in a market like that, you need a high, a lower high, a stop run, and a pullback, then another attempt that fails. You need a whole lot of work before you start going, trying to get short in this type of market. Okay, see that? Yeah, that's holy crap. That's news. No, news.
This is a reminder. I accept my trading outcome and I'm improving in every way. This is a reminder.
Hold
I
on.
accept my trading outcome and
Holy shit. I'm back in the game, bitches. I'm back in the game. If you see it, that's a captain setup on the 100 in Tirinko. And I'm like, okay, you want to do that game? I'm 3 contracts in. And it zigged and zagged a little bit, but gave me my target. And that happened very quickly. So I'm back up to $600, 687. Can't keep a good man down. All right, I got to take my 5-minute break. I'll be back. All right, let that craziness continue, right? So we got ourselves a little bit of money off of that little drop. I mean, it was just based on this right here. Captain setup on the 100 NT Rinko, 59. It got out in the 47s, from 57s to 47s. I mean, that should have kind of continued all the way down to 111, but it's a wild market. Market is in sync on the long side. You're running the stops right above the captain setup. Like if you get caught up in that move and you're on the wrong side of that little action, all that happened in like less than a minute. That little boom, boom, boom. That's a failure of a captain against a whole number, 20,000. I mean 200. I mean, they took out the stop above 205 and they're pulling back. I mean, what would constitute like a 78 if you break 78? That would be an issue for this market. 78 and 72. And the market will go back into consolidating between Harmony zone number 1 and 2. And there's a little bit of a fade going on, at least an attempt at one. I'm getting calls from Indonesia from people I have no idea who they are. All right, push, 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 baby. $4 survival on a swing trade basis, and let's go. Target is hit. Next target is 259, 259. $260 coming up. Target is hit. Next target is 84.5. Target number 4. Then, I mean, that's just crazy, man. Where's Matthew on that mess? Marty, where you at, buddy? Sheila, how you doing? Becca, any more trades? Adam, I haven't heard from you. Ray, then we got, who else do we got going on here? Look at that craziness. Bounce coin, liquidity. I mean, I don't see the pullbacks. I mean, this is hardly any pullbacks. Maybe we'll get something going on here. I mean, this kind of run, it gets to an exhaustive mode. Here we go. We're gonna go on a lower high here. So now they're gonna pull back. A whole number 300. We're getting a little bit of a pullback here. Okay, so if you look at the 70, you see that big tail in price action. If this candle that we're on the 70 breaks back down to 75.50, then that is going to put a capping point to price action, and you'll see a bigger pullback. You know, if that happens, I mean, obviously it didn't happen, so that point is mute. Testing harmony zone number 1 here. We're getting a little bit better pullback structure. Nice push. Next target is 334. Here comes the stop run. There's a bunch of stops right under 88, so they run them down to 78. You see how well they handle that. So massive move, and the market is just spinning its wheels in a tight range here, about 40-point range. So the market is going into a stop run mode here, well, meaning that they're going to be consolidating in this range. So if I'm gonna get a long, I need to get long on a stop run and not in the middle of the range anymore. So I mean, let them run the 93s or the 86s. I still want to be long versus short, but we can tell that there's a pause in the market right now. I mean, there's top runs right above 16. They tag that, they'll speed up. All right. I mean, we're starting to get a little bit of a bleed here. 71. 71 is a big issue. You may get there, run the stops, come back and retest. 71. Comes 71. Market is out of sync with 71. Yeah, take care, Larry. Good job. There's a lower high that's they're putting on here. Okay. Now they stop running it. Let's let them run it back up. $60 is a buy and a touch on a first touch bases here with Harmony Zone number 1. I mean 2. Switch trade on 70 NT Rincon, prices pushing lower and testing Harmony Zone number 2 on the first touch bases. I mean, we could call it the second touch bases because the first one got close enough. What that second touch and go on Harmony Zone number 2. Touched it first, came in, flushed the stops, came back in. Is that what you're saying? Like, you got long right here at 65. Or are you still looking for a trade? I mean, like right here, and they could come and run it back up to 77, then run that one higher. But last time we did that one, they flushed that system back in. So you're almost have to kind of get it right on that Harmony Zone number 2. Here we go. So let's see what they want to do here. I mean, that's an entry and a run up to 84. Mark is out of sync. They did the same exact thing here before and they flushed it. So that's why I'm conscious about, because that should not be the case right here. Like, they shouldn't be doing all this noise, but if there's momentum to the upside, they should just take it and run with it. And see that? Okay. So they're going to flush it, most likely, to the 60s again. Okay. Interesting. We need more information, but definitely the market is in the sideway action here. They're spending a lot of time in here. That's a coiling behavior of building stops. You have stops above 85, stops under 55. All right, guys. It's 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock. What does that mean? That means kind of our morning session is over. Yeah, I think we got to stick to that right now. But anyway, we're up 687 and a quarter. Took some profits on some trades. I mean, I've done good on most trades. I had one stop on 2 contracts. I took that stop as like a champ. And if I didn't, the market would just kept going higher and higher and higher. And it was on a captain setup switch trade on the 50 NT Rinko. So that was a legitimate trade. Took a stop on it. Market ran up over like 200 points after that one. And then we caught the captain setup on the 100 NT Rinko for 3 contracts and brought me back up to 687. So overall, good day. And we will take it to the bank. And tomorrow is another day, Friday. So stay safe. How is everybody doing today? So across the board, run it by me. Adam, Becca, G-Money, good morning. Good afternoon, actually. Coming late today. You working? Sheila, how we doing, Sheila? Becca's about to pass another eval. Good for you. Up 2 evals almost passed. Blown 2 others. Okay, no problem. That's what the evals are for. New PC. Okay, let's take care of that, G-Money. Let's take care of that. Call me like after I close the room. And let's take care of that issue for you. All right, guys, that's it for me. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow.